Hey guys, it's Isla. We're back here with another 800 point battle report. We are doing Fog of War. It is Lothlorien versus Justin's Mordor, which is themed around the assault on Lothlorien. Okay, so here is the Lothlorien army. We have Haldir, bow, heavy armor, sword, 8 Lothlorien rangers, archers with one more with a horn. And then we have Celeborn with 4 warriors of the Galadrim with shields, and he has 1 warrior of Galadrim with a banner and a spear, and he has 8 palace guard, what are they, guard of Fountain Court, something or other? Guard of Galadrim Court. And then we've got 2 guard Galadrim Court with Galadriel. And coming over here we have a Galadrim elf captain with his sword raised on an armored horse and a shield, and we have 3 more Galadrim cavalry with shields. Alright, so another horde list from Justin. So left to right.
We've got Musgur, Orc Shaman, he's leading 6 orcs. We've got a generic Orc Shaman leading 6 orcs. We've got Camul the Easterling on horse leading 5 Warg Riders, 3 with throwing spears, and another 6 orcs. We've got Razgush, War Leader of the North, he's leading 7 orcs, 1 with a banner, 2 Bat Swarms, 3 Giant Spiders, and 3 Mirkwood Spiders.
Ah, so no Spider Queen in this game. That's interesting.
Yeah, no.
Awesome. Alright, we'll be back after turn 1. Okay, so my deployment starting left from right. To right, we've got our captain with his 3 boys in the woods, and we have the big phalanx and all of my shooting prowess. And Justin's got his Camul, shaman,
For God's sake. Stay there.
spiders, Rugdush. Where's your other shaman dude? Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're in there. Both in the middle.
Awesome, and this is what the table looks like. And get my finger out of the shot. There we go. Awesome.
Everything up as far as I could. The shaman called a channel and cast Fury, so I'll now be saving wounds on a 6 with all orcs, and I lost a Mirkwood Spider to Isla's shooting.
Alright, over to my turn. Galadriel called a channel and she cast Blinding Light, which is to be expected. These guys shot over to a Mirkwood Spider here, which is now not there anymore. And my cavalry have done the dance and moved around here. So we'll be back after turn 2, for which I have just rolled priority for moving. My cav have dropped back here for some protection. The phalanx moved back slightly and the archers stood still. And we killed a warg. And once again, Justin's just moving up. He's got his swarm there, some spiders near the ruins. And we'll be back after the next time. Okay, so Justin won priority. He moved in and protected his wargs. And these guys started shooting up into here. And we ended up taking out 4 orcs. 2 two-handers, 1 sword and shield, and 1 spear. So back after the next turn. Okay, so Justin won priority again. I won priority that time, and then I compelled the shaman forward, and he ended up here. And then everyone with Justin's side sort of moved to the side, apart from 2 orcs who blocked the shaman who was sitting there. The archers tried to shoot through the orcs. They managed to kill the orcs, and then the remaining archers managed to finish off the shaman. And then the shooting on evil side was unsuccessful, and Camul cast a compel, but it was denied with Celeborn, who's denied 3 compels now, and now he's got no will left, but he's still got his magic resist. And I think Camul's still on, what was it? 6 wills, so still got some magic to go. Cool. Okay, back after the next turn, and I've just won the priority. Okay, so over here, the elves end up shooting a couple orcs away and doing a wound to this shaman. And we had these guys charge in, so it was Camul, the Warg Rider, and this guy against Celeborn. He struck up, so did Camul. and Celeborn was lucky enough to roll a 6. Camille rolled a 5 high, and with no more might left, that means I won the fight. But I was transfixed from the compel, so I didn't get to strike. And that was the end of the turn. Justin's just won priority. We've called heroics, and Justin's doing his heroic first. So we'll move. We'll be back at the end of the movement. Sorry, at the end of the turn. Okay, so over here we ended up having Celeborn trapped. Both him and Zagdosh struck up, but they went to fight 10. But the Bat Swarm ended up halving my fight, so Zagdosh ended up winning. They did D3. So Celeborn now has no will and no fate left. Still got 1 might though, and he's also taken 2 wounds. Over here, Haldir did a heroic combat, killed a spider, ended up coming into this guy, didn't do anything to him. Killed a couple spiders over here. And then we had my captain, he came over, did a heroic, killed his orc, went into the spider. Then he lost the combat against the spider, unfortunately. And then we had a couple other little combats where a couple more orcs died. And now this turn, the orcs have broken. So we go to priority and we're going to see if they go. Okay, so this is how it looks. Celeborn got done. And yeah, we just ended up killing some stuff. Mirkwood Spider paralyzed my cavalry when he charged in, so I ended up putting a prone model down there. And yeah, that's the board at the end of the game. We've calculated points, so I managed to kill my target, which was the shaman. He managed to kill his target, which was Celeborn, and I ended up breaking him and not being broken, so I got an extra 3 points for that. My terrain piece was that forest over here. His terrain piece was this forest over here, so neither of us got the terrain piece. And that's how the game looks at the end. So Justin, did you have any anything to say about the game, or?
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely rough going against elves. I was sort of before, when I was writing my list, I was sort of tossing up between a shaman or a captain. Shaman died like a bitch and didn't save anyone with fury, so I think definitely the captain for heroic march to try and limit how many turns opponents have with shooting is the way to go with this if I were to play it again against your army.
Yeah, for
which
sure.
I'm sure we'll probably do. Yeah, and I think I went a bit too hard with Kabul with trying to get Celeborn out of position, but it was sort of, I was trying to kill him, so I was sort of, like it, yeah, I don't know, I probably maybe wouldn't have committed as much will, or just cast annoying spells, maybe.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't, like, it was a good game, and I
Yeah.
got rid of Celeborn, which was a sort of nice, sort of, yeah, sympathy win, I guess. But yeah, no, it was good though. Yeah, I've never really used Camille, so I'm still sort of getting used to using him, and he didn't really get into combat much, which is his main strength, which, yeah, sort of, and again, like, having an orc captain that can march would help with that, so.
Yeah, well, he only got in 2 combats, and the last combat he popped, so, like, yeah, that would have been good. Yeah, I like my list. I think I kited well with it. I kept back and lured him around, and I moved my cavalry around to keep him guessing and kept it behind the back line, so he wasn't, like, too keen to go straight for an alpha strike. But yeah, I think Justin, as always, plays his heroes really well in conjunction with his monsters and his swarms and all of that, and his troops. So he did good. I lost 3 models. I lost my general, not my general, my Celeborn, an archer, and a cavalry model, and yeah, we ended up losing a lot. So Justin ended up losing a lot. So I think I did well. It's just that elf shooting is super deadly, and yeah, having to go so far. I think the 12-inch deployment as well is probably one thing that, like, especially against the elf shooting, is probably one thing that really did help me a lot, because I didn't have anyone up in my face. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, comment, and do whatever you do. And if not, tell us to F off, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Have to edit in a dildo drop, I think. Let's